name is Mubiru, and in this video I want to take you through basically how we can create tables in Microsoft Office Word. Now, what is a table basically to begin with? These are some of the basics that we all should know. A table is basically an organized grid of rows and columns. And what are rows and what are columns? Suppose I'll give a sample table here. This table has this kind of cells that run vertically from top to bottom, and it has this kind of cells that run horizontally. This kind, they run horizontally from left to right. So what is a row and what is a column? Basically, a row runs horizontally. A row is this kind of thing. It runs horizontally. And now a column is the one that runs vertically from top to bottom. So this is some important knowledge that we all need to know, especially if we are to deal with tables, because when you insert in one of the methods you're going to see, you need to be very versed with this kind of knowledge, and you must be acquainted too. Actually, you must have a plan before. When you want to draw a table, start with having a plan in your head of how many columns and rows do you need. It is very important whenever you want to deal with tables. Alright, I'm going to take you through basically 5 steps that we can go through to insert tables, and each of them you'll choose the best. Especially for the first 3, you'll choose the best that will work better for you. Method 1 is what some people call the simplest method. However, me, I don't see it as the simplest. One thing you should note, whenever you want to create a table, the very first step that you must start with is putting the cursor where you want your table to appear. If you note that, then everything will be very easy for you. Start with putting the cursor where you want your table to appear. Suppose if I have this kind of words around here, and I want my table to appear in between of these 2 paragraphs, what I'll do is to make sure that my cursor is between those 2 paragraphs. And then I'll come to the Insert tab, then I'll choose Table. When I click on it, it is just a kind of drop down menu. It displays some kind of menu, and here I can be able to choose. It has this very first method. This first method is just a hover method, where you simply come and hover over the number of columns and rows that you want, and your table will automatically be previewed there. If you feel, let me repeat a bit, I've said just come, place the cursor where you want your table to appear, come to the Insert tab, and then click on Tables. Just come and hover. Don't click, but just hover, point, move your cursor, move your pointer in the area until you select all the rows and columns that you feel you want. Now, this kind of thing will give me 8 columns and 6 rows. So if you feel it suits best to the table you want, then you click and it will be displayed. Now, one limitation of this kind of method is it only gives you 10 columns and 8 rows. Yeah, it only gives you 10 columns and 8 rows. That is the only limitation that it has. Method number 2 is what I call the easiest of Insert Table. You make sure your cursor is where you want your table to appear. Come to Tables and Insert Table. It will display for you this kind of Insert Table dialog box, which will prompt you to enter the number of columns and the number of rows. So here it will have a dummy 5. You say maybe I want a table of 6 columns, so you come and enter number 6, and you say I want maybe 8 rows, so you come and say 8 rows. Yeah, it will have a fixed column with it, auto fit the contents. These are just some of the elements that we may look at in some of the next video. So I've entered that I want a table of 6 columns and 8 rows. So I come and click OK. It will give me a table with 6 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then 8 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So basically that is what I call the easiest method of inserting tables, because it is very quick. When you want to insert tables, you just enter the number of columns and rows, and it will give you whatever you feel like. The third, which I don't advise people to use, is this third method of draw table, because I believe when you insert a table, it is just a matter of learning how to deal with the features of the table. You manipulate it, and then mold it into any other thing that you feel like. However, some people prefer using this draw table, which I don't like, but it is simply a point of drawing. You click on the draw table, it will give you a pen-like kind of cursor. You try to drag, just as we are drawing a shape, you drag, it will draw that kind of outline. You can just come and drag still to draw a line, you drag to draw a line, you drag to draw a line. Then you come, it is just a point of dragging from where you want your line to start from up to where you want the line to stop, and it will give you whatever you feel like. So this is the draw table kind of thing, which I don't like. Yeah, I'll be honest, me, I don't like this kind of option, but then it doesn't mean it doesn't work. If it can work well for you according to what you are drawing, I advise you go for it. And then the fourth kind of element, or the fourth option, is this option of Excel spreadsheet. It gives us provision of inserting an Excel-like sheet or an Excel-like table in our Word. So when I click on it, it is going to load and display for me some Excel kind of table that I can basically use to do this. You see, it displays some kind of Excel, even the color changes a bit, A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3. So you can start filling in your data here the way you want it. It is a very nice feature, Excel embedded into Word. It is really a very nice one that everyone needs to try out, and we shall discuss the details in one other video. And then lastly is this quick tables, the quick tables kind of feature, where we simply insert some template tables, probably calendars and some other kind of tables that we feel may work so much. Like just come and choose this, maybe May, it inserts this. You can use it to design a calendar. You can simply just add just the dates and the days, and things work out. So those are the 5. However, in our kind of learning, much emphasis is put on these first 3, the one of hovering, the one of inserting table, and the one of drawing. That is where we put a lot of emphasis. Maybe one thing I should tell you before I close this video, that whenever you insert any object on the insert tab, it opens some other ribbons. For example, take a look. We have home, insert, design, layout, reference, mailings, review, and help. So this is what happens. This is what really happens. Now, yeah, this is what will happen once I come and I insert a table here. Maybe you will see that it will create for me another kind of option, that is table design and layout, and these fall under what we call the table tools. Yeah, we shall dig deeper into the table tools, the layout, and the table design in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel very free to post the question in the comments section, and I'll answer you either individually, or I will forge ways of making sure that you harmonize on everything. Thank you so much. I remain Mubiru Lawrence. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and comment. Love you.